Moving back to matters on the football pitch itself, Liverpool's weekend game will be against Leicester. Leicester will be relegated if Liverpool win. And Leicester scored twice against Brighton on the weekend, and they were their first goals in 9 Premier League matches. I don't want to underestimate any Premier League opponent, because if you're in the Premier League, you've done something good to get there. But if there was ever a game where you could pick off 3 points, it's surely this.
Yeah, I mean, you could say there's been a slight improvement in the form there, given that they drew a game after losing something like 9 on the bounce. But yeah, I mean, this is a pretty accommodating fixture for Liverpool, even with it being away from home. I mean, Leicester have just been remarkably poor this season, really, and it kind of surprises me that they're not lower than Southampton, in that when I've watched both sides, I've seen a little more in Southampton than I have Leicester. Obviously, Leicester picked up a few wins earlier in the season, but they've been pretty shocking otherwise. So, as much as you say, really, you'd think that you can't underestimate anyone in the Premier League. This is a game Liverpool should be winning, and winning quite comfortably, really. And, as much as Leicester won't want that relegation to be confirmed officially, it's coming regardless. So, and I'm not sure that extra motivation will make them much of a better team. And at the end of the day, in terms of motivation, Liverpool have got their own as well, which is wrapping up that Premier League title as quickly as possible. So you'd like to think if Liverpool could have one of those rare kind of straightforward games, because most of the games this season have been tight, but this is a game where Liverpool should surely be winning it fairly comfortably.
Yeah, Mo Salah 3 goals, Mo Salah 3 assists. But so if Liverpool beat Leicester, they're 1 win away from securing the Premier League title. So like you said, that's enough incentive to go out there and win comfortably. But do you think that, not that Liverpool fans should care, but in order to earn the respect and recognition for how good they've actually been this season, do you think that Liverpool have to get a points total of at least 90? Because I've seen a lot of people saying that Liverpool is fortunate a lot of the big teams are having a down year, and maybe if they reach that 90-point mark, maybe no one will be able to say anything, because it'll be in history books as one of the few sides to have actually gotten 90-plus points.
Yeah, I mean, it's right, really, in that it would probably kind of silence some of the arguments, and you could say, look, they won it with 90 points, so regardless of if, Arsenal had a good season, for example, they haven't hit 90 points recently. They got to 89 last season. That's the highest for a long time. So they haven't broke the 90-point barrier. So you could say, well, even if Arsenal had a season as good as the last one, they still wouldn't have beaten Liverpool. I think the thing that kind of conspires against Liverpool in this regard, though, is that they probably can have it wrapped up with 4 or 5 games to go, and so they don't need to win games, and so they can rotate, and so maybe you will even see some of the kids involved in some of the games as well. So I think that maybe counts against them instead of getting 90. But look, who cares at the end of the day is my kind of take on this, and these attempts to do down what Liverpool have done. It's not even an argument that's worth trying to win online, because, when the title's won, if you're a Liverpool supporter, go and celebrate with your mates, your family, go and just enjoy every minute of it and soak it up, because, this is the first chance that fans have got to do this in 3 decades, where Liverpool have won the title, and everybody's not trapped inside the houses. So, you should not be able to be rattled by what people say online about this stuff, because, football's for you. It's for the relationships you create. It's for your friends and family, as I say, and what the nonsense people say online to make themselves feel better about it should just be ignored, I think, and you should just try and soak up the joy in every minute of this when Liverpool do confirm that they've won it.